My name is Zandon Froger, and I'm here to show you how to log in to the OfficeMax Secure File Transfer site. Begin by opening a web browser and going to the URL https://mftp.officemax.com. Take note that it is an HTTPS address, as Internet Explorer will not automatically load if you just put in mftp.officemax.com. That'll bring you to the sign-on page. You should have received credentials to log in with your username and password. Generally, the username is the email address that the credentials were sent to. It is all lowercase. Enter your username and password. Select Sign On. A quick start guide might have been provided that offers easy access on how to upload and download files. You could follow along with that document. If you have further questions beyond that, by selecting in the lower left-hand corner Tech Support, you can access the OfficeMax user manual, which goes into all of the features more in detail. To return, select Home. When you're ready to upload and download documents, you'll want to go to your home folder. Your home folder is generally a folder that was created. A lot of times it's going to be your company name. It's a place that we've created so that you can upload and manage files that you're submitting to OfficeMax. This customer's name is Bart Slingshot Camp, so that is the folder that was created. The first time you log into the application with your browser, it'll ask you if you'd like to install an upload-download wizard. We recommend that you do. It's a very useful plugin that helps allow you to upload multiple files, as well as whole folders, and zip them while you're uploading them. If you choose not to use the upload-download wizard, you can still upload and download files. However, you're limited to only doing one file at a time. If you choose to go this method, or you're unable to install the wizard, we would recommend, if you had multiple files, that you zip the files up before selecting them for upload. I'm going to show you how to upload and download documents using that wizard. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you're in the folder that you want to upload and download the documents to. Then click here to launch the upload-download wizard. You can add files, selecting wherever they may be. I'm going to put some sample files in here, test file number 2. You can see it's added to the list. I can add another file, test file number 3. Once you've selected the files that you want to upload, click Next, and it'll give you some options. You can either upload them individually or upload the files all as one zip. It really depends on who needs to download them and how they want to be received. For this purpose, I'm just going to go ahead and upload the files individually. There's some additional features, but I'm not going to go into those real deep. One of them, which you may choose, is to close the wizard when done. I'm going to leave that unchecked so you can see what happens when it isn't. I'll select Next. The file will be uploaded, and then it ends on the screen waiting for me to say OK, since I didn't select that checkbox. I'll say OK, and now we'll see the 2 files have been added to the Bart Slingshot Camp folder. If I want to delete the documents, I can either individually select Delete for which ones I want to remove, or I can select both of them by using the check marks and using a Perform Action button such as Delete. It'll ask you to verify anything that you want to remove. For this, it's asking me if I want to delete them. I say yes, and they're removed. Now I'll show you how to upload folders. We begin by clicking the Upload-Download wizard and selecting Add a Folder. I'll then find the folder that I want to upload, which is the samples file. That samples file has files as well as a subfolder inside. I'm going to use that as an instance so you can see what happens when I upload a folder with files in it as well as other folders. I'll say OK. It asks me if I want to do this directory and all subdirectories. I'm going to say OK as well. You can see a list of all the files and folders that were in that directory. I'll click Next. It prompts as to whether or not I'd want to zip them up or upload them individually. I'm just going to go ahead and click Next and do them individually. It'll take a moment to upload, and when it's done, it'll prompt for me to select OK. I'll select OK, and now you can see the files are added. One thing to note is it didn't create a folder when I uploaded them. It just went ahead and put them in the folder that I was looking to place them in. So the files that were directly in that folder are laid out, as well as the subfolder, And if we go into the subfolder, it too has files that were inside of it. If you don't want to inadvertently mix files up, it might be beneficial to add a folder first, and then after you've added the folder, select that folder as the folder that you want to upload a whole folder full of documents into. I can still clean up the documents from this point. I can do that by saying add folder. We'll call this a test folder. Add the folder. The folder is now added. I'll go to Bart Slingshot Camp. And you can see here our test folder. To organize our other documents that we've uploaded, I can select them from the list. And now I want to move them into the test folder. To move them into the test folder, I need to select the test folder from the Copy Move options. There's a pull-down list here to select from, and I'll select the test folder out of that list. Once I've selected the correct folder, I can then say Move, and the items will be moved into that folder. Now I'm in Bart Slingshot Camp, and you can see I've got a test folder, and if I go in there, all of my documents are there. The last thing that I would like to leave you with is how to figure out if you've accidentally made a mistake, what you might have done. If you've inadvertently moved something somewhere you shouldn't have, or you just did something and you were wondering what exactly happened, you can find out by going under the logs. If you click on the logs, it'll take you to a list of every action that you've performed, and you can systematically go through and see everything that you've done. So if you accidentally moved something into the wrong folder, it'll tell you exactly what happened, so you could undo it. Or if you just inadvertently clicked something and you weren't aware of it, you can see what your action might have been. That concludes the training on how to log in and upload and download documents to the OfficeMax Secure File Transfer site.